shows every Sunday.
Random Ramblings with Rob.
Here we go.
What up, everybody? This your boy B-Rob, and I'm back with another edition of the Random Rambles with Rob podcast. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you, the listener, for coming back each and every week, or however you listen to podcasts. And if you're a first-time listener, I'd like to thank you oh so much for giving my show a try. And if anybody recommended you to me, I'd like for you to lean over and give that person a crisp high five. But if you're being socially cautious and you don't want to be touching hand skins or whatever have you with another human being, you can go ahead and pick your social media app of choice, and you can send that person a well-crafted DM telling them thank you for recommending you to me. Speaking of social media, you can find the Random Ramblings with Rob on various social media platforms, to include Twitter at 3R Show, Instagram at the 3R Show, and you can see some of these video interviews that I've done on YouTube by searching 3R Show. And for anything that I may have forgotten to mention, you can go to randomrob.com, to where you can find many different ways to help support the show, to include our sponsor, or my sponsor, because there's no hour, but in the grand scheme of things, there is an hour, because my wife allows me to do this, and with her trust in me to fuck off for X amount of hours to go do extracurriculars. So I guess this would be the royal we as us. But what she would also recommend to you is to go into hooksrub.com and get you some of them fantabulous spices for all your food needs, vegetable, mineral, animal, all that shit. But go to hooksrub.com and you can use the promo code RANDOM and get 15% off your order by buying shit. I don't know why I was about to repeat the same shit again. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Late Monday evening or whatever, because I've been doing the night shift and I've been working furiously throughout the past 7 or so days and whatnot. So this is why the show is kind of behind. But if you don't listen to it the day it dropped, I mean, nothing has changed for you. I mean, you're listening to it when you listen to it. And I appreciate that oh so very much. I mean, I haven't had the cattle cave of illustrious guests that I've normally had throughout the years in the life of this show. But hey, man, life changes things and is changing how the show is. So, but that's par from the course. It's not like I'm not podcasting altogether. You know, I'm with the boys over there on RBR Weekly Wrestling Talk, talking about all the professional wrestlings and all the happenings going on in between. So you can check us out all on the Wednesday nights, or whenever we decide to do it. Wednesday nights following AEW Dynamite, or sometime in that range. But yeah, there's some changes going to be coming to that show as well. Some have already been made internally, which is better for the show, and I am greatly ecstatic about that because it's making it awesome. And yeah, my life be like, wow, I don't know why that song popped into my head. Goddamn TikTok and all the memes and all this other bullshit or whatever. But I really don't have too much to say. Just still in here fucking around with all these electronics or whatever. Haven't been able to do it within the past week because, you know, my work schedule and everything. And priority during those hectic times is rest. So as soon as I get in here in the AM, smack the wife on the ass, kiss the kid on the head, then I hop in the shower, hop in the bed. But that's pretty much the gist of the rotation during the furious times. But now I'm finally back in the lab, back in the office. I'm looking around. I have so many unfinished projects or whatever. I'm just more or less waiting on parts. It's just like I have a set plan for my projects. And then when those don't work out, I have to call an audible, or I have to, you know, go to plan B or C and order things that I didn't think I was going to need, but now I need because I fucked something up, because novice hands and everything. So ain't too much I could do with any of this stuff right now. I'm just waiting for it all to come in the mail, and then I can just work on the next thing, next move to show improve. Riggedy rhymer, rip rapper, foot tapper. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Multifaceted Rob. Yeah. I other than repairing consoles, I'm getting into the retro emulation, and as I've been saying, all this is spawned by fucking around with my young spawn. You know, she been getting into all these retro handheld consoles and everything, and it got me reliving nostalgia and flashbacks and all this other shit. And now I'm downloading ROMs and emulators on my computer legally, so I can experience some of that nostalgia. I was contemplating on building a retro arcade cabinet. I've seen many people do this on the YouTubes, looked at hella videos and everything, and it intrigues me. I want to, you know, I think that's the thing about being creative, right? You want to have, you know, you want to make everything your own. You want to have custom made everything, especially if you can cut costs by doing the thing yourself for relatively cheap or a more effective way than putting your credit card number in, I guess. I think that's the goal and everything. And there's also to challenge yourself to see if you can do these things or whatever, because I'm constantly pushing my goddamn limits. And in true ADHD fashion, I start one project and I'm looking over there. I was like, oh, I forgot about this. And I start fucking with that. And I'm like, oh, I forgot about this. And now I'm fucking with this over here. And then I look back to projects and I'm like, oh, yeah, I was supposed to do that. Sorry. But, yeah, gonna get it worked out, get it figured out. And, yeah, I'm away from my mic. I'm trying to figure out some other things that I may have done, because I'm getting this little static feedback into my setup here, and I don't know why it's doing that, and it irks my nerves. Probably got too much shit plugged up, so I'm gonna start unplugging things and see if the problem stops. See, another ADHD moment. You know, I was talking about one thing, then I went over to one thing, something else caught my eye, and then all the shenanigans ensue. You know, and then I don't know. There's more changes to be had. I'm thinking about after young child graduates high school in the year of our Lord 2028, might try to get another house. I don't know. It's just like, this is my wife's first house. And despite what I told her whenever we started the house hunting journey, I was like, don't fall in love with the first house you see. And that's exactly what the fuck she did. So this is her first look in our first house. And in hindsight, with all the stuff we've been through living here, I'm like, yeah, I want something else. I want something less and something more at the same time. Because damn, we got this pool out here, which just a pain in the ass. You know, I'm pretty sure it's not hard to maintain, but I just, you know, my ADHD hadn't got a hold to me enough to want to look into all the pumps and the pH balance and all this other bullshit. And I just don't want to deal with it. So I'm paying a guy to come here every 2 weeks and clean up and maintain the shit. So nobody uses it, you know, and it's like boiling human hot here in Texas. So a pool would be, you know, great, right? You know, but nobody gets in the goddamn pool but me. So if we're not going to use it, why don't we lose it, you know? And then, you know, I hate grass. I love our yard because it's relatively small. I can do a couple swipes and be done with it. But that's another fear of mine. When you find a better house, it's going to be a bigger yard and there's going to be more maintenance, and I'm going to hate it. So I don't know. It's just things running through my mind right now. So the goal around 2028 is to either be looking or maybe even on the verge of being in a new house. That's a goal I've set for myself. Will it come to fruition? I don't know. It's just something that's on my mind right now. It's because, I don't know. We didn't really have a chance. We didn't really look at anything else or whatever. We couldn't. I mean, I like my neighborhood because everything that I need is around me. And I like that convenience. But, you know, we all the way up here in the north, and things are just starting to get slowly incorporated up here in Houston. But, well, Spring, north of Houston. But the things that we really do like and enjoy or want to try are south of us, way down south. You know, central Houston, lower areas like Sugarland, Pearland, all those other places and whatnot. So, I don't know. Just kind of spitballing here. But I got to get back to what I was doing. More projects on top of projects and everything. Got to prep for RBR Weekly Wrestling Talk tonight. We're doing a Patreon edition of There Goes the Neighborhood, which I implore you all to subscribe to the Patreon at patreon.com/RBR Wrestling. We got tons of killer content. You have an exclusive podcast with me and my young child where we're reviewing all of the Batman. Well, we have reviewed all of the Batman films and everything, starting with 1989, Michael Keaton, all the way up to Robert Pattinson here in 2022. I don't think we did a proper review for the Batman film and everything. I know we talked about it in our initial episode 0, but I don't think we did a full-on review for that. But there's more of that and other things. Paul and Cody, two of my co-hosts, they're doing all of the James Bond movies. So that's a feat within itself because those are hella more than whatever Batman movies we got. So I'm probably gonna we got 2 more to do that I'm thinking of off the top of my head, because we got to do the Adam West Batman movie, and then we got to put eyes on the Batman versus Superman so young child can get eyeballs on Ben Affleck Batman. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about those 2 because I've never seen the 1966 one. And, you know, I watched the show as a kid. I mean, not to say that I'm that old, but reruns, and I have old parents and grandparents and shit, and I was forced to watch it. Don't call me old. Don't call me old. So I'm interested to see what that film was like. I mean, the infamous, you know, Batman trying to get rid of a bomb clip or gift that's running around here is just like from that film. So I want to see the origin materials. But yep, that's it. That's all I got. RBR Weekly Wrestling Talk every Wednesday night. Check us out on the podcasting airways. Also check out the boys, the Wit crew, the Wit squad, the Wit homies over on Wrestling is Trash. Dan, Lou, freaking Nick, and whoever else may pop up on the scene or whatever. They've been getting some good guests and whatnot. So, you know, you can't just narrow yourself down to one source for your professional wrestling because everybody has so many interests and takes. So hit up your boys on RBR and hit up your boys on Wrestling is Trash. But once again, I appreciate you all for listening. And that's about it. So I'm going to catch you on the next time.